Right.
Oh, that. So many crimes. So I've committed so many crimes. Which crime are we talking about?
The bank. I think that was remarkable. You say you didn't use a gun? Because you worked at the bank. You didn't use a gun.
I didn't need a gun. I had titties.
What? So
that's how I committed my crime, with my titties.
So what did you do? Have somebody look at your titties?
Did you get
the cashier?
No, I was in the vault. I took the money and put it in my titties. And continued to work the rest of the day and walked out the door with 50 racks in my bra.
And this is before they had cameras.
They might have had cameras, but they didn't have none on me.
And you never got caught for this?
Sure, I got caught. I went to jail.
Holy shit.
But wait, no, okay, listen, don't pity me.
Okay.
Because I had a good run.
Okay.
Because I took $50,000, and this is all, documented, and I've done my time, and I've done, restitution and all that shit. Right. So I can talk about what the fuck I want to, especially if it's to do with me. So the reason I took the money in the first place, and I've spoken about this before, but the reason I took the money in the first place is because I had been working in banks for years. I knew what a good bank was and what a failing bank was. And I knew this bank was on its way out. Also, the teller, I was a teller, but I knew everything in the bank, do accounts and bookkeeping and all this shit, still do. But because I was a teller, the tellers are the greeters of the customers. The tellers are what make a motherfucker want to even bank there. Right. You be a back teller and run people money out, or you can be a nice teller and they want to come there and do everything.
Right.
So, having said that, when you work 2 weeks and you get a paycheck that is so incredibly small, yet right over there is millions and millions of dollars. Right. Now, you don't go in the vault by yourself, but the bitch turned her head. And I just was mad, and I took the money, especially knowing that they was going to go out dinner. Right. So, of course, later audits, this, that, and the other, and they jammed me up, and I copped to it and said, yeah, I did it. So I went to jail that day, but I was able to get out on my OR because I didn't have no prior that they could find. And I went home, and they said, okay, when you come back for this court date, we're going to sentence you. But I didn't come back for that court date.
You got on the run?
Yeah, I went back to Oakland.
Hold on, you went on a run in Oakland? I just got
That's
back.
where I was from.
Okay, I thought you was from Arkansas.
I was born there.
Oh, born in
Arkansas.
But I'm
from Oakland.
Oh, you from Oakland.
And I live in the
goddammit.
Yeah, E40.
Go ahead.
And I live in the Crenshaw district.
Okay.
No, freaking right. So, what happened, okay, if you take under a certain amount of money, it's a felony. If you take over a certain amount of money, if you take under a certain amount of money, it's a misdemeanor. If you take over a certain amount of money, it's a felony. I had taken the felony amount, right? Had I not taken that much money, it was over 10 years before they even caught me. So statute of limitations, I'd have got away with that. But because I took the felony amount of money, there's no expiration on when, all you motherfuckers know what I'm talking about.
No expiration, yeah.
So there is no statute of limitations?
There's no expiration date on a felony. You can get arrested at 87 years old for a felony you did, when you're 22.
Wow.
So when I went back to Oakland, I was scared because my name was in the paper all the time because I was doing comedy still, and I was really popular, and I'm like, these motherfuckers don't get me. But what happened was I had a fucking baby. She's cool, though. I had a baby, and when I applied for WIC and all this stuff, and when I applied for WIC, the Social Security numbers crossed.
Yeah, you went into the system there. You told on yourself.
I was just trying to get the milk and shit.
Come find me.
I was trying to get the milk. So they came to my door, and they knocked on the door. I heard them. I jumped out the window, the whole shit. And my girlfriend was there. She had the baby. It was gangster. I ran around the building in my pajamas, but they got me on the other side, and I went and did 4 months and 18 days on a year thing.